The Nigerian government says that it is investigating the reports that civilians were killed. For more on all of this, we're joined from Washington by Eric Gutchess. He's a researcher on Nigeria with Human Rights Watch. Thank you very much for joining us on the program.
Thank you.
Is the report that we just saw clear evidence that extrajudicial killings were carried out by Nigeria's security forces?
Well, we've seen the footage, and it's very disturbing and shocking. However, we're still reviewing the source of this information. It unfortunately is not surprising. We have called on the Nigerian government to investigate extrajudicial killings that took place during this Boko Haram violence since July 2009. There's clear and credible evidence that members of Boko Haram were extrajudicially killed by the police in custody, including the leader of Boko Haram, Mohammed Yusuf, on July 30th.
Right. Well, these alleged killings occurred last summer. I mean, you have prompted the Nigerian government to do something to investigate this. What exactly has been the response of the Nigerian government?
President Yar'Adua ordered an investigation the week after the killings. The Minister of Justice has also issued a statement to the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights condemning the unfortunate circumstances of the killing of Mohammed Yusuf and others in police custody, and has promised that as soon as this investigation is completed, those responsible will be held to account. President Yar'Adua stated in August of 2009 that he expected the report to be completed within 1 week. It's now 6 months later, and not one police officer has been held accountable for these very serious crimes.
How much control does the central government have over the various security forces in Nigeria?
Both the military and the police are federal agencies. They're controlled through a hierarchy that goes through the central government. Nigeria is a federal government, so there is various state governments, but the security forces are controlled by the federal government. The responsibility for holding members of the security forces accountable for these abuses squarely rests on the federal government, and unfortunately, they have not acted to date.
What is happening on the international level? Has the international community, for instance, become involved in this issue?
We have called on the international community to speak out more forcefully on these abuses. Unfortunately, in August of 2009, U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton visited Nigeria just 2 weeks after the Boko Haram killings, and while she spoke out forcefully on corruption, when asked publicly to comment on the extrajudicial killing of Mohammed Yusuf and others of Boko Haram members, she chose not to comment. The U.S. government and Nigeria's foreign partners have to end this silence and speak out forcefully, calling on the Nigerian government to hold these police and military officials to account.
All right, Eric Gutchess, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.